That's like Jerry Rollins.
Yes, that's it.
Right.
And he was the one started.
Wow. Yeah, and that's really, we have to be honest about Jerry Rollins, Thomas Sankara. He did the same thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
He took over. But he made it better.
Same thing with I think Bill. Bill was, they say he was involved in a coup,
Minister of Foreign Affairs.
but I'm not for sure. I haven't did the research on it.
The Minister of Justice, and this the Supreme Court. Yeah.
The Supreme Court?
Yeah, Supreme Court. Yeah, it is.
Supreme
Superior Court Complex.
And the Minister of Justice.
Minister of Justice. The Attorney General.
The most beautiful hotel before in the Gambia, this was Atlantic Hotel. Since the time of the slavery, Atlantic Ocean. This is called Atlantic Hotel.
Right here.
Yeah, right now. It was very beautiful. But now it's not used. Yeah, this is called Atlantic Hotel.
It's a man.
Very big. Now just go and you see. It's named after the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, that's nice.
This is Atlantic Hotel. It used to be very good. A lot of gases.
I see.
Yeah, no gas, no business.
It needs some private investors.
Yeah. See now Atlantic Hotel.
Sure do.
Things that I got.
You see the 4 stars right there.
Yeah.
So when the people stop, girl got her leg up on it. On that station, what they doing?
What who doing?
Look like you're wrestling.
Wrestling, no, that.
Oh, no, see it.
Probably is a problem.
Okay. Look like that. That's what I'm just saying. I don't think they have nothing like that.
The Gambia National Army
Then
headquarters.
again, you know, I don't know.
They got a different moral view.
view
than we
on
do.
sex.
Yeah, we look at things as being dirty.
Yeah, and they don't even think of it that way.
And that idea was put in your mind.
Downtown.
That's
Hello,
true.
madam. This is the hospital.
There's a hospital.
Like all that other twerking shit.
Right.
Right. They've been twerking over here.
St. Augustine's Hospital.
We just gave it a name.
Hospital. This was the only hospital that the British left for us here. Since after we get independent, it was the only hospital they built for us.
Who left the hospital?
The British. This was the only small hospital they built for us. Nothing more, nothing less. And the big empty cannons.
So who are the doctors in here now?
We have doctors from Cuba who are assisting the Gambian government. And there's some Gambian doctors who were sent outside the Gambia to study.
Yeah, I saw a non-Gambian.
These are the children's hospitals.
Could have been a nurse.
On the left here is for the kindergartens.
Orderly. Could have been an orderly.
That's the gynecologist.
And now, as we are facing in front, this is the presidential palace.
Okay.
Right or left?
We are not facing the gate of the presidential palace, please. Yes, please. We are not facing the gate of the presidential palace. And this is School of Nursing, where the students learn about medicine.
And this is the president's house right here.
Yeah, that's the presidential palace.
Yes, right in front.
Wow.
Right in front, all around.
Boy, that's a fortress.
I
You
mean,
can't see it.
No.
And this is the hospital, this is the emergency site.
Oh, okay.
About accidents.
Like right across the street.
Yeah, president at the hospital. No
says black medicine shop.
He got some for the mosquitoes up in there.
I bet he do. We going to holler at him right now.
It's like a black medicine shop. They have some for the mosquitoes. Let me go into class. Now this is the museum. I think we're going and look around.
Okay.
That's the Gambia museums. Very busy place where students come here and learn about the history of the Gambia. That's why we start sending out other histories. We want to learn about the history of our Gambia right now.
Okay. Are you going to catch them?
Yes.
How about Fort Bullet?
No, maybe tomorrow we'll be
You have to go to Fort Bullet.
I saw the
The
restaurant
UNESCO
we are
World
crossing
Heritage
through.
Site. We have to go where? At Fort Bullet.
Fort Bullet,
Just
where I was
across
standing in the ferry,
right on the mouth of the River Gambia.
where they used to drop the
Oh,
slaves.
the same thing you explained to me
Yes,
yesterday.
And also the fort.
Oh, I thought it was a different
Yeah.
fort. I was like, man,
Yeah.
more
But you have to go there.
Right?
Your experience can be complete if you see that place. We have a small exhibition there, very interesting, on the role of the Gambia in the suppression of the slave trade. Yeah. And the exhibition there also has a lot about the, ancient kingdoms, which were existing here, before the British occupation. Okay. So the fort will be very, very useful, very interesting. Now where you are here has a lot of history. This place used to be called the Batos Club. Batos being the old name for this town, now called Banjul. Okay, the British, had the habit of naming towns and streets after their own people. During colonial rule. So until 1973, our capital was called Batos. Okay. And here was the British, the officials club. In the evening they will come here, take their drink, play their games. And because really the colonial setup was like segregationist. You had clubs that were strictly for the British officials, like here. No Africans could come here, except to serve as servants and waiters. Okay?
Okay.
But the Africans too, they had their private clubs, like the Reform Club. Okay? So that was the segregationist model. Okay? So after the end of colonial rule, when the British left, this place became the National Library. Okay?
Okay.
And then for a time it was also our parliament.
Wow.
Then in 1985, the building was remodeled into a national museum, explaining the history, the material culture of the Gambia. Yeah, in terms of photographs and archaeological objects and ethnographic material and so on, as you will see. Okay, so it's basically a history museum, but really we have tried to, sort of, collapse or like summarize the history of the country in this small space here, and I'm sure you'll find it very, very useful. Maybe you'll also go to Jufure.
oh yes, we're doing it tomorrow.
Good. Our museum is there also. I will call them to wait for you. Okay. There also we have a very interesting museum there.
You're talking about the slave museum at Breda?
Yes. It's called the Slavery Museum. The whole Kunta Kinte story, roots, it's all explained there. You'll see the Kinte family homestead also. Okay. The great, great descendants of Kunta Kinte. Okay. Now, of course, we also visit the island. Okay. Where Kunta Kinte departed from in 67 on the ship, the Lord Leonean. Okay. We took him to America as a captive. Yeah. So you are most welcome. Okay.
It's a perfect
Like an overview of the capital. As you can see, it's a small town. Yeah. Taken from the arch. From atop the arch. The capital is built on an island, called St. Mary's Island. Because really what the British wanted was to have a strategic, settlement to be able to control trade along the river, okay, and also to be able to spread Christianity and also to develop commerce. Those were the three reasons why they occupied this island in 1860. Basically, those were the three selfish reasons to the British occupation. Okay? So you're most welcome. It's a small museum, very explanatory, self-explanatory, and I'm sure you'll be able to. Yeah. Okay.
When she came in 1961, this is the governor's seat. Afterwards they call it commission, and then they give back. So this used to be the governor's seat. We are calling it in Gambia. They will serve their camp in 4 years. For many, many years, since colonial times. Don't you see, we bounded with this thing, the island. It was almost
Yes. We are summarizing. I think you never summarizing.
Yes, yes. They used to do it. Because they were very powerful. So give me a box.
Okay, let's move. The post line is spoiled. Let's go. But let's go. The post line is spoiled. These people are working with that.
Thank you very much for coming.
Okay, and the thank you very much.
And then I hope this will not be our last seeing.
No, we will come in so yeah, you keep praying.
Yeah, they say we don't have any history. African people don't have history. Now we see we do. We have plenty of history. And we still here. It just shows you that a lot of the things that were told to us is not true. That's why I am deciding to use my life as the vehicle or the medium to bring these things together, because all of the names and the actors and the places that's in the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah, these places still exist. The descendants of those great people still exist, and we can go visit these peoples and get the language, get the artwork, get the education, get the stories, the mores and stories from the people themselves. They documented the history, so there's no denying that that this didn't take place. There's no denying. Look at some of this stuff. Some of the stuff I've never seen before. So, Ethiopia, Seville, Spain, Greece, Rome. Nubia. These lands can be explored. And so I'm planning to dedicate my life to doing this. Because it never gets old to me. After each exhibit, it broadens my horizon. So I am loving this.
So these are the old pranic scientists.
Coming of Islam.
Sheikh on to the upset.
Which means we had history before it came.
So what we have is civilization. Yes. People
before they even came before they even came, we had history. We had tools. Yep. We had tools. We had whole sciences before Islam. Look, early Iron Age technology. 500 years before Islam came. See? So there's no denying the history. So get up, get out, and come discover this for yourselves. I'm gonna be putting together tour groups soon to definitely explore my country, Sierra Leone, and some of these other countries if you all choose to. Or I will hook up with my brother Bomani and we can put together a tour package for people. You know what I mean? Because this history is undeniable. Okay, and somebody needs to tell it. You know, I've been fortunate now to go to these countries on my own dime, but after a while, we're gonna need to start making some money doing this. Because we got Ethiopia to go to, we need to go to Greece, we need to go to Spain, we need to go to Morocco to document the Moors, right? We need to go to Egypt, okay? Israel, we need to go there, and we need to document this stuff, you know what I mean? And tie it all in. So, y'all just stay tuned. We're gonna be putting together a company, and we're gonna be working with other companies so we can all benefit and we can all get this history and we can start teaching it to our children so we won't be growing up feeling inferior. Like when I'm around other nations of people, I feel confident and they can see it, you know. I've had a few of them ask me, or like, where are you from? Because they realize that I'm different than the folks that they're accustomed to dealing with. You know what I mean? So they be like, man, where are you from? And I be like, I'm from Chicago. They be like, there it is. I could see in by my presence, my energy, you know what I'm saying, my demeanor, that something is different about me. Yeah, because I know the history. I've been around enough to know. So now once I go to the European areas where the knowledge was taken from here and then I connect it to, then we can see who had the knowledge first, right? All that about we didn't have history is a lie. And I walk around, you know what I'm saying, with that truth, and they can sense that. I was stopped in the elevator the other day by some lady from Sweden, and she was asking, well, you know, you seem different. I'm like, what you mean different, you know? And I told her, like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm African. The genetic makeup of me is 85% African, and then I got, you know, some Native American, and then some white, I guess we would say British descent, but the bulk is 85%. You know what I mean? So who else would I identify with other than people that look like me? It's just a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But just the fact that she was able to stop me in an elevator and ask me that question, just let you know that they sense something different once you do have the knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge of who your people were in racial history. As my brother Umar Johnson says, if you know who you are throughout racial history, then you can walk around with that information and feel confident. You know, there's nothing that they're doing that we can't do or we haven't done already. You know, they may improve upon the technology, but that's about it. The technology was already existing before they got here. You know what I mean? So they just improved upon it. So this is their contribution to humanity. We started it, and you all coming and adding to it. So to say that you all did everything first is a lie. It's not. It's not even close to being the truth. You're improving upon technology that was already here, against sciences that was already here, against mathematics. You're just improving upon it, or you taking it to a different level of depth. But you had a foundation to start from. So I'm gonna get off. I'm not gonna keep preaching to you all. We will be putting together something, so y'all just stay tuned, okay? Just stay tuned. It's coming. Yeah. There we go.